Avtec, the console specialists. Proven, reliable, mission-critical dispatching solutions for the utility industry. The largest utility in Vermont, Central Vermont Public Service, uses Avtec Scout consoles to dispatch crews and resources to 163 communities throughout the state.
Scheduling, go ahead, 945.
Avtec Scout consoles are at the heart of the Central Vermont Public Service dispatching operations. They use the latest technology to keep their employees safe and provide the best service to their customers.
We're the largest utility, electric utility in the state of Vermont, and our service territory is quite vast, ranging from the far north to the Massachusetts border.
We have about 160,000 customers, roughly, all over the state, from St. Albans all the way down to Bennington and Brattleboro. So we cover most of the state.
So on any given day, we're going to be interacting with several different crews in several different locations, also with meter readers in various locations as well.
We have a product that fills a very important need in any kind of a command and control environment where you need to coordinate activities that are either spread out across a geography or where you need to synchronize activities, and we have to do them reliably and well.
Given our service territory and where we're located, we can't rely on our cell service to really get us the communication. So if it's not for our radio systems, it would be entirely impossible to get vital information to the crews and also to have them relay sometimes emergency information to us. And also for our customer, their need for updated outage information is vital. Without our radio systems, we wouldn't have that information to give to our customers, and they would pretty much be literally in the dark.
Avtec Scout software has more advanced integration interfaces and connects to more communications technologies than any other console. Avtec's IP-based Scout consoles support industry standards and are easy to install and upgrade.
The research to find the right company, the right product, that was my responsibility. We're transitioning to a new radio system, trunk system, MPT 1327. And the old system was not compatible. The Avtec equipment is compatible in many ways.
Go ahead, 228.
But also, just the architecture of it is beautiful. You know, it just goes together so easily. There's several different ways of interfacing to the control of the MPT 1327. We chose to do it over the air. When the installation phase started, they were right here. I was amazed. You know, I had a vice president here rolling up his sleeves, helping the installer.
I think the transition was very easy. It didn't take long to cut the system over. Technicians were in here for an hour maybe, cut everything over, went through the screens. It was seamless. It was very good.
The transition happened very quickly. The support from Avtec was great. We were able to test it before we put it on the air. So when we did the swap from old system to the new system in a matter of a couple of hours and never lost any radio traffic. It went very smoothly.
The systems came in, they were installed in one day, and immediately we knew how to use them. We had a great training guide.
I don't think there was much of a learning curve. It was just, I think it was very natural for them, and probably it was a matter of about 20 minutes, half an hour for each user.
Not only was the installation seamless, the dispatchers found the Avtec Scout consoles very easy to use.
It was effortless. It was very user-friendly.
They just took to it very easily. It was no problem.
It was seamless. It really was effortless.
The controllers use them daily, and they seem to like them very well. And they do like the fact that when somebody's calling in, the truck number is displayed on the console so they can see who's calling in.
One thing I think any of us like in here is the ability to alter the unselected channel volumes, have a lot more control of what's going on, which ones you don't want to hear, which ones you do. Definitely a lot of flexibility with it. In the past, you know, it's either all or nothing kind of thing with monitoring all the stations at once, all the channels at once.
And the clarity, being able to hear and understand everything that's being said that comes over. There isn't a lot of going back and forth to repeat information. Scheduling to 150, John. 150. Yeah, there's a trouble call in Braintree. Is that something you can take a look at? There isn't a lot of going back and forth to repeat information. it does help build trust and morale between the crews that are out in the field and us in here. 10-4. Thank you, 6-4.
More than 80% of Vermont residents were affected by Hurricane Irene. The call volume at CVPS increased nearly 800%. Avtec Scout consoles were at the heart of the disaster response operations, providing uninterrupted service that allowed the dispatchers to effectively manage the surge in call volume.
In the case of a disaster where you have agencies that need to communicate that normally would not need to communicate with each other, but in this case do, an IP-based solution will allow them to have the communication that they need in that situation.
If we have an electrical emergency, if we have a safety issue out in the field, we have down power lines, especially in storm situations, that can very quickly escalate into something life-threatening. If that's the case, we need to be able to get resources, emergency vehicles, to that location as soon as possible.
We went through a whole summer now with frequent storms and no problems. We didn't lose any equipment. Very happy about that. My experience so far is Avtec's great to work with, and they support it, and they've got great ideas.
With the Avtec system, it's been an extreme improvement and extremely reliable.
Avtec, consoles you can count on.